Hello, this is Debbie Cayle with the League of Women Voters of Portland, and you are watching Video Voters Guide or listening to our podcast. We're here today to talk with people running for the November 5th, 2024 general election. The League is very grateful for the support of the Carol and Velma Sailing Foundation, the League of Women Voters of Portland Education Fund, our media partner Metro East Community Media, and the Weiss Foundation. With me today is Cayle Tern, running for Portland City Council in District 1, which covers generally the city of Portland east of I-205. Welcome, Mr. Tern.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Glad you could come. Let's get started. Please tell us a little about yourself and why you are running for this office.
Well, I have a background in social work. I understand the challenges that folks that have been marginalized experience. During my graduate studies, I worked as a social work intern doing mental health assessments. I also worked as a housing advocate in a diversion program to support people at risk of homelessness. I have over 15 years of experience as a family coach, helping some of the most vulnerable Oregonians get back on their feet. During my time with the Oregon Department of Human Services, I've also had the honor of being a SEIU union leader, so I understand the needs of working family. Most importantly, I have experience of being a community advocate and understand the value of community-led policy making. I have a diverse and unique wealth of personal and professional experience that I think that can be extremely useful in helping to make a better Portland. I am running for office because I think Portland's heading in the wrong direction, and we need to do better. We have people living on our streets, and many at risk of living on the streets, where streets are cluttered with people living there. Sidewalks are non-existent in some parts of East Portland. Our streets are improperly lit and unsafe. I've seen people get hurt in car accidents, get ran over. We want sidewalks that give us crosswalk interventions that slow up traffic. We want streetlights that give us bike lanes. We want first responders to respond to emergencies, whether it's police, ambulance, firemen. We don't get them. And I think that our voices are not being heard here in East Portland, and I think that it's important to do. And I have the experience and the knowledge of our community to be able to represent our needs in City Council.
Thank you. What are your ideas for working productively with the other City Council members from your district?
We're going to have a 12-member council. I understand that people may feel like it's going to probably be a hindrance. I have those same concerns too. I think that if councilors each focus on their own district and their district alone, it can lead to fractured council that can be dysfunctional. But I have a more optimistic view. I see a lot of potential with the 12-person council. I see a diverse pool of experience. We can work together to accomplish some great things. I intend on leading committees where I feel like I have the most expertise and stepping back where others do. I like to lead in the committees that expand public health and safety, particularly in mental health, substance use, and addictions. I like to build networks that provide supervision and trains new providers to service Portland. I'd like to bring more service providers here in the East County, whether it be wraparound services to address houselessness or addiction services. I think we, in general, just need to bring more support here to East County.
Thank you. What, if any, actions would you consider taking to address the current concerns related to the critical energy infrastructure hub on the Willamette River?
I'm not quite as familiar with the critical energy infrastructure. I mean, I still have a lot to learn about it. But I do know that it is a threat to our environment. From what I understand, we are one incident away from having a Portland that is so polluted that it destroy our way of life, destroy our environment. a disaster that would leave cleaning efforts and the bill for future generations if unmitigated. And for me, it's a matter of not when it fails. I mean, not if it fails, it's when it fails. We need to start thinking about how we're going to pay for an upgraded hub. Nothing lasts forever, and we need to, improve it. Um, our systems are outdated, and last I hear is that it's not even earthquake proof, and it can have the potential for ship accidents to that create spillage and everything like that. And we need to make sure that we upgrade our storage facilities to be more resilient to accidents and leaks. It's an old system and it's bound to fail, and so we need to make sure that it doesn't. What I'd like to do is I'd like to seek a task force to get a task force going to figure out how we can pay for it and what exactly we need to. I think that's the first step. We need to make sure that we get a good grasp and understanding and take recommendations from experts so that we can do this. We can do this efficiently and cost effectively.
Thank you. You are listening to the Video Voters Guide interview and podcast with Cayle Tern, running for Portland City Council, District 1. Mr. Tern, are you satisfied with the performance of the Joint Office of Homeless Services? And if not, what changes would you support? Please explain your answer.
I'm both happy with the services, but disappointed with the results. If you look at the statistics alone, at its face value, we are succeeding. We're helping people get housed. We're helping thousands of people get into supportive housing, helping, hundreds of people who are at risk of homelessness. And we have over a 90% shelter utilization. And we've increased emergency shelter capacity, and we continue to expand. But the problem is, while statistically we are serving folks, I don't know how much is sustainable, how much is just one-time aid. And we need to get a better handle on how we're spending. It's obvious that we still have issues, and we're not out of the woods yet as far as dealing with our houseless. I still hear from housing advocates and folks that have been homeless that people aren't able to access wraparound services. We still need to have employment services, things that help families acquire services to get off the streets and remain off the streets. There's still a lot of work to be done. What I would recommend is getting better statistics as far as what is working, what is not working, so we can better utilize our money.
Thank you. I'm afraid we've run out of time. We appreciate your being here. This concludes the League of Women Voters of Portland Video Voters Guide and podcast interview of Cayle Tern, running for Portland City Council, District 1. Election Day is Tuesday, November 5th. To find additional election resources, please visit the League of Women Voters of Portland's website, lwvpdx.org, and then exercise your right to vote. Your voice matters. Thank you for your attention.